It has been quite a while since last time I was in the work trying to do some of the stuff. Spent some time thinking about what to do because honestly, I'm not really interested in creating stuff over here. Trying to think of something different to talk about. I think I found it because there was something I noticed with the last few regions we've done in Genshin. When we went to both Subaru to Natlin, I noticed it, and from Natlin to Notcry. It was quite a shame because this one thing that happens when we go from new region to new region that was really lost around development stages is something that is very important to pretty sure is what I'm talking about is the main road between region to region that takes you from main city to main city. Like when you first start out over in Mondstadt, you take a set path that the developers have in mind to the city of Mondstadt. And what I'll be talking about is one that holds more fondness for me, something that I can always remember. That I've traveled through twice with both accounts I've been to. It's the road from Mondstadt to Leeward. This road runs from my Orchid first start out here.
Go!
Experience
Yeah!
next to that is start off Mondstadt. It's a very, very small
Huh?
later scene. As you can see here, there's something they didn't provide a lot of detail in you can see the things straight to scroll. Here we go, so here something to Mondstadt.
Yeah!
Yes, that's what I really did talk about.
Phew!
There's a lot of region is you'll not really know what you're fully looking at until you walk past here due to the landscape hiding it. And you walk over here. It's, it was very nice and I just had to take it honestly. Really good. It's incredible. Depending on the time a lot and it just is while we are over here is the first one really this is
The world is
here
eternal.
that says teeth. Which I will be honest, whenever I first played, I walked past him not knowing he sold it, which you can tell by my own 20. It took me until 3 years after I started before I realized that he sold this teeth. I was looking at it being pretending nobody saw it. I swear I do have my explanation. Which honestly,
Huh?
this region is one of the best to explore personally. Really, it's the best regional OST, despite my biases of various other regions. Amazing. Yeah, and then over here, that's the storage and see the statue here, 7. It'll be our first time, which very huge map showing you this entire area over here that you just honestly, whenever I first saw it, I'll try to see if I can find a video showing just realizing how big it was that you got to explore. At the time, it was just a lot. You're gonna be taking in the fact that up until then we only had like Mondstadt, which was a very small region for any new player in any current play to start out with. Starting out, you only had 3 statues of the 7, 4 if you count over here. Not many will talk about that nowadays because Storm Terror's Lair is honestly one of the most. While it is a very important lore location, I do wish it had usages, and Dragon's Spine is a region that I would consider part of Mondstadt, but it is just I would consider it on its own due to how good it is as a region. Well, Liyue since then, from all the way back when it first came out to nowadays, we have a total of 6, 7, 10, around actually. I'll have to look at the actual accurate. Honestly, most of these videos are not be that edited. Top laptop microphone, which might not even have the best sound quality. Consistent schedule. So, feel that motivation too, but if this thing is really get I'll probably take that as motivation. If it gets at least 5 views, yeah, for sure, I would send us some nice. But yeah, I really think that Genshin was missing out on that wow factor when you transition between region to region because honestly, I think the best part of exploration is just taking in like entirely what the new region has to offer, including its wilderness. We're not even in the main city just yet, and we've already seen so much to talk about. Over here it would be just walk past through the city trees and then working away in town, so they might not even. But yeah, this is a place that I would teleport to a lot. Where was that first game? I would teleport over here because this is where you first meet. Just where you see
See
now
what
the
the
story.
big deal is.
No, that's not. I think this is where you
What a bummer.
Also, I just like this whole area's aesthetic in general, especially whenever it's raining. It can be I think this is where it shows the true beauty of whenever it's a bit darker and you see all the lights come out, which is quite a shame when you consider that when you go from Outcry to go from Atlas to Outcry, you do go through a boat, which is really cool. But I do feel like they underutilize on that aspect. I felt like the interaction from was rather underwhelming. I mean, it was like Outcry is better. In my opinion, I think its story might just be the best that Genshin has given us so far. But from a purely regional introduction standpoint, I will admit it did start out a bit underwhelming. Not as much as what I felt whenever I first entered from Sumeru to Natlan. I will admit you did hear a lot about it when you were just traversing through the desert. Went through from the desert to Natlan. It just gave me like a creepy stuff that wasn't looking right. Shout out to this just empty space that felt a bit off put by it. So we'll be continuing on our way past the auto shooting. We'll be heading over here. I think this is the point where we usually save. Let's go around instead. Whenever I first played here, yeah, I did take this road, but I also think as a new player, I was a bit weird. Because I originally came through here, and then I went here, and then here, and I did the same right over here. So I didn't come through and got the statue here, I went through the entrance first. And then I climbed up from the coast side to get to the statue. But we all have our weird exploration moments. I won't act like that. Mine was that weird because I thought people I've had weird things with explanations. And my really introduction it was not as weird as my Subaru introduction, which I completely skipped over the actual entrance to Subaru through the chasm. That was whenever I came through Subaru. I went over here. Actually, I tried going here first. I didn't know you could enter through here, so I teleported here when I heard Subaru came out. And I came through here first, and then went my way down to the city. Honestly, I think that's one of the weird things I like about it.
Can you stop copying?
Everyone has a unique story about how they answered the region, which I really do think they should have let you do that without Greg either taking the boat then you want to go there yourself, which honestly, all things considered, it was not that bad. Inazuma did do something similar by taking the BB things up so I did feel more great in terms of Nashitown. Nashitown did grow for sure. I think that might happen. From an outside view, Nashitown is the best looking, most interesting city on city. And then after a while, due to the characters, you can see how much life there is in the town after the madness from all the people across the map. You definitely go over. We find ourselves with still with so far I have not taken damage. Surprising. I'm not talking to this guy. But yeah, that was supposed to be. I am very much into the weather. Very much interacting with stuff like just right past hot medicine. I need some full sprint to the next region. So it's just why I can appreciate this route in particular. This foaming travel route, which I feel like really does so much for steps in place. You get to meet so many NPCs in place along the way. Yeah, I think I will probably be doing this type of thing for each region. Talking about how we'll make it one region to better game, assume you would be good to region home. What I like and dislike about it. Or I would probably be top 5 favorite each region, excluding cities. At the end of the road, we find ourselves in a really barbaric. Despite that long amount, it gives you one of the best sights in all of Genshin. You get to see all of it started before. Honestly, this is, in my opinion, the best introductions to a region and its main city of all time. Because there is a certain magic to it that I think we should try bringing back. Hopefully, whenever it will expand not very lines, get the region expansion. We can get something similar because I really do the developers so well.
1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients.
How you get from place to place, and the magic you feel. So I think that will be all for now. This is probably we get something exciting before trying to do my next sequel. Future times. It's honestly there's so much I want to talk about Genshin. But I feel like I'm not in any place to talk about it because I am not really bored. Genshin isn't really just so soothing, so luckily there's so much to talk about. Honestly. Let's see which detail should
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo!